Hey, everybody. Let's see if someone's in here. Hello. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for coming in. Hey, Best Yet. Woohoo. I'm glad you're here. Okay, we have Bless 2 is in here. Stinky Puddle Ranch is here. Angela Franklin. Cynthia. And Best Yet. Thank you, Best Yet. Quintella is here. Patricia Roberts is in the house. And Ann Christie. Okay, guys, it's 7 o'clock. Hello, Daryl. Thank you for coming in. Cynthia, formerly Soberaney. Girl, please. Cynthia. Did I say it right, girl? Cynthia. Hey, Auntia, thank you so much for being here. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Hattie. Debbie Epps, thank you so much for being here. I love your Halloween pumpkin. Cynthia. Wow, that's a pretty name. It really is. Okay, guys, I'm going to talk about my products tonight, so I want you all to begin. Let me stop talking so loud. By giving me your questions in caps, and then I want to address an email that I received, and I think I need to address it. Okay? Cynthia. Okay. I'm waiting for questions. Here's my little sheet. So I take it nobody has any questions? No questions? Are your products for men and women? Yes, ma'am. The fragrance of lemongrass, lavender, and hibiscus is unisex. And I have male customers. The male customers love my hair milk. And that's what I'm putting the label on right now. They love my hair milk to soften and moisturize their hair, as well as to groom their beards and mustaches. Yep. And for their rusty knees and ankles, the ladies are buying the butter for them and for their skin too. So this is a new label and a new bottle for the moisturizing hair milk. I think you can see that, and I'm very pleased. I was going to talk about these later, but since you asked the question, the only thing I regret I didn't put on this label was shake occasionally, because the coconut milk And coconut oil, well, it's really not the milk, it's the coconut oil will liquefy in certain temperatures. In those postal trucks, it gets real hot. So it'll thin out and then it'll try to separate. So about once a week, you can use it every day, but about once a week, you need to shake it up to get that coconut oil. It's an oil, but when you buy it, if it's in a cooler temperature, it's real soft like butter. I don't know if any of you ever bought cocoa oil before, but yeah, that's the thing. Hi, Barb. Yeah, but the jar is clear now because I want you to be able to see if it starts to coagulate or separate where you can shake it up. And you see that on a lot of natural products because we don't use all those ingredients to emulsify, blend oil and water together. We don't use a lot of chemicals. I don't use any chemicals, nothing artificial. Then sometimes it'll have a tendency to separate, but not right away. Just after you've had the product for a while. Hey, Janice, I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Mason, Gone with Mama Nature. I love your name. I love that name. I've told you that before. Okay, somebody has... You love that hair milk best yet. Good, and it's good to twist your hair in. For people who are not, wanting it to dread, you can twist your hair in that milk. But if you want it to dread, you need something a little bit more of a hold. Okay, here we go. Hattie, I think it's Hattie. Hattie Lamar said, I planted onion seeds in September, but none sprouted. I am in zone 8A. What did I do wrong? September, it probably started getting cooler again. Give it a little bit more time. Unless you planted them too deep. Sometimes if you plant them too deep, they won't sprout. If I was you, I would rake over it just ever so lightly and broad spread some more onion seeds. And I think I spoke to Barb Brownlee. Okay. Here we go. When canning butter, regular butter, can homemade herb butter be canned in the same canning pierce? I don't know what you're saying there. Canning pierce, canning pot as well. But you certainly can add your herbs in there. Yes, ma'am. Okay? I hope that I answered your question. I think it says in the same jar or pressure canner. I think process. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Janice Hyman, what products do you have? My daughter hair is thinning on the sides. Okay, I'm surprised that y'all asking these questions because I was going to wait and get your gardening questions out, but I can flip back and forth because this is what I really want to tell you. Don't be bamboozled into being a product junkie. A product junkie is somebody like me that used to try everything that came out on the market. As a cosmetology educator, I felt it was my duty. But some stuff just doesn't make any sense. And for example, if it says after one application of this skincare, you're going to see a tremendous amount of wrinkles go away. You see those commercials on television, right? And what they do is they use filters and they smooth out some of the wrinkles. Think about it. If you were to lose that many wrinkles after one application, why not do 10 and go back 20 years? So don't believe the hype. Don't believe everything that you read. Don't believe that a product that is produced exclusively for your edges is going to make your edges grow when you could buy a product that will make all of your hair grow. The follicles all over your head are the same, except they are further apart as your hairline gets closer to your face. There are more spaces in between. So, and some people, some nationalities, they have hair coming all the way down here, and all on the sides. But the point I'm making is what will grow your hair all over will also grow your edges. And the product that I have that I know without a shadow of a doubt that it works is my hair growth promoter. It comes in a 4-ounce jar, and my scale is not here, but I weigh it. I weigh the amount of the jar, and then I add to that 4 ounces of this product in here. And this has everything in it that I know from my 35 plus years as a cosmetology educator and a hairstylist. I hope I don't sound like I'm bragging, but I've helped graduate 3,000 students to get their license. And you know what? Some of them still stay in touch with me today. They just say, hey, they call me Miss C when I was teaching beauty school and managing beauty school. Hey, Miss C, what you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time. Let me take you to lunch. And then I'll go. But I haven't been going since the pandemic. But I would meet them. Hey, Miss C, I'm getting ready to open my salon. I really would like your input. Can I take you to lunch and take you by the building and you can tell me what do you think of my outline or wherever the dryers are going to go, all this. So I still stay in touch with those people. I got an offer today to do I don't know exactly how long they want me to talk, but do a little lecture at some type of gardening symposium. I'm really blessed like that. I'm not bragging. Because my mama said it ain't bragging if you're telling the truth. But I'm not boasting. But I know what will grow your hair. And everything that I know that will grow your hair is in this product. To be more specific, I'm going to go straight to my website where I have a larger print. And I'm going to tell you some of the things in it. Not that I don't remember. I do, but sometimes I leave things out. Because I go back and I listen to my playback. For example, I told you guys last week that... There we go. I probably need glasses because I got my laptop further back. Oh, yeah, this is much better. Because I got my phone, what do you call it? You sit your phone on. Because my grandkids tore up my, both of my tripods. So I got this little phone thing that I'm sitting my phone on. And then I took my laptop off of the stand and put it down so I can look directly at you instead of moving to the side. But the point I want to make is I go back and I listen to my lives. For an example, last week I said I brought those enormous sweet potatoes out. And I said I planted them March 27th. I did not. I started them May 27th. And then I harvested them October 26th. So that was confusing too, because a guy that I know emailed me, who's in my Facebook group, and said, when did you plant those sweet potatoes? And I knew what he was getting at. I misspoke. And when you get older, guys, you'll see that you do that. Doesn't mean that you're going senile or you got dementia. Don't worry about it. It just means you got a senior citizen brain. Okay, so let's talk about the hair growth promoter. Before I even look at this, let me tell you that I went totally bald in 1992 when I was going through chemotherapy for breast cancer. Some of you already know that. I'm 28 years a living miracle of God's goodness and his grace, because I had an aggressive type of breast cancer that if it had went undetected for 5 more months, it would have metastasized and went all over my body. But God saved me and healed me. So my whole outlook changed about people who have permanent hair loss. It's called alopecia. Now, you can have alopecia areata, certain nerves or stress will make little patches, bald patches in your scalp. The hair won't grow. You can have alopecia senile, meaning that you just get old and your hair gets a little thinner, right? I've been experiencing some of that around my hairline. Not bad, but it's hereditary. Because I remember one of my great aunt, yeah, my great aunts, her hairline stopped way back here. She had the receding hairline like men that have male pattern baldness. So getting back to the ingredients, everything that I learned when I worked at a chemical manufacturer where we made products, I put into this product and I researched it. I started doing it in 1992. I started using it on my clients. I didn't release it to 205. So I've been making this since 2005, and it has vitamins A, D, and E. And it also has nourishing oils in it that can penetrate your scalp, go down into your hair follicle where your hair grows out. And that hair that used to be real thin or weak, it can nourish the bulb at the end down there in that follicle and can make that hair a little bit stronger. It has almond oil in it. It has rosemary oil. It has olive oil, wheat germ oil. And the main thing that it has in it, and I don't want you to get this confused with marijuana, is Indian hemp. But that Indian hemp, you can't take it out of here and smoke it. It has been processed where you can't get high from it. Does that make sense? So anybody that is diabetic, that's taking medication for high blood pressure, that is taking medication for thyroid, like I am, and I told you all in another video why I had to have that surgery there, or anybody that is receiving any type of chemo or any type of hair thinning anywhere, not just your edges, I know this works. I'm going to tell you how I know it works. Because I had people still coming to my house to get it when I had that major surgery. 4.5 hours I was in surgery to remove a parathyroid, a tumor on my thyroid wrapped around my esophagus and my vocal cords. And that's why I sing all the time. Because I can't sing like I used to. But I'm thankful to be alive, praise the Lord. And as long as I have breath, the little voice that I have left, I'm going to keep on singing. So that's what you got in here. Vitamin A, D, and E, and a lot of beneficial oils. And anybody that has bought this product, I would love to hear from you right now. If you bought this product, I would love for you to hear right now. See, some of you all have emailed me. I've been so busy I haven't gotten up to putting it on the website because I don't want to put the old customers on the website because I took 6 years off for making all those products and just made a few. So I want new, fresh reviews. And I have about 5. And tomorrow is election day. And by the way, if you haven't voted, I'm not telling nobody how to vote, but it's a very important election. Get out there and vote if you haven't. Everybody that I personally know has already voted. But there's no school tomorrow, so I won't have Bria. So I'm going to be working on that website and putting those reviews on. So let me look on here and let's see if anybody, hemp is a protein. It is, Erica. It'll make your hair stronger. And that's the main reason why, Erica, I could kiss you. That's the main reason why hair gets thin and limp. Either the follicle is damaged or there's a sickness and the blood is not flowing freely to the bulb. Let me try to give you an analogy. Here we go. Pretend this is the hair and it's coming out of your scalp. But at the end of it, there's a bulb. And if that bulb is not nourished with all of the vitamins and biotin that your body needs, that hair is going to come out limp and weak. So you got to toughen it up. So your hair, by the way, everybody's hair is the same. I don't care what race, nationality, where you come from. Everybody's hair is 90% protein, a horny protein substance called keratin. So you're right, Erica, you need to put that protein back in the hair. And everything Thank you, Ebony Queen 49. Everything that I know that would give you those vitamins and give you that protein without making your hair too hard is in this vitamin A, D, and E hair growth promoter. Because, do you all remember mane and tail? It was a fluke, and they was talking about this some horsehair or whatever, and it made your hair real hard and tough. Well, after you used it for a year, your hair starts shedding because it was too hard. So you can give your hair protein, but you got to have a balance. This has that nutritional balance. This is my number one product. It used to be number two when the shea butter was number one. But a lot of people are making their own shea butter. I think that's where that came in. Okay. Hey, Brendan. So I'm looking for anybody to tell me if they're using the hair growth promoter. Auntie says she knows about alopecia. Twice a month. Okay. Okay, Erica wants to know we have a leave-in conditioner. And here it is, baby. This is the hair milk. This is the one that the men are using on their beards and their hair and their mustache. You can use it every day. You only need about a quarter size amount, and you can use it every day. It does not have quats. Quats are quaternary ammonium compounds that coat your hair and make it feel silky, but it's not silky from the inside. And it will just build up and build up. And if you've ever used one of those products out of the dollar store and you use that leave-in moisturizer for 3 or 4 days and you look and you got all these little gray flakes all in your hair, that's because it has those cheap quats in it. It's a waxy coating. And like I said, it temporarily makes your hair feel good, but it's not good for you. So yes, you could use this one every day. Okay, and a couple people said, praise God. Amen. Yes, God is good. I know. I know that he's keeping me day by day. You better keep on singing. All right. Okay, Myra, all caps, not next time. I'm a 14-year breast cancer survivor. We are blessed. My crown is thin, allergic to coconut. If you email me, Myra, I can make something. Did you email me before? Because I know another lady told me that she was allergic to coconut. And I told her I would make her oil without putting the coconut oil in it. I don't make a whole lot of products at a lot of time. The most that I make at one time will be candles. Because I could take this candle, for example, and show you this candle. And then you see you got the top on it. So beautiful. It holds in the scent. And this is wooden with a little rubberized rim around here to keep the scent in. And by the way, I know I'm jumping around, but let me just talk about this candle. This is made from high quality soy wax. It is not one of those candles that's going to smell real good as soon as you walk in the door. It is a soothing, peaceful, relaxing combination of aromatherapy essential oils. Which, if you know about aromatherapy, lavender will calm you down when you're stressed out. If you can't sleep, light your candle about an hour before in your bedroom on your nightstand. Blow it out before you go to bed, so you don't want it burning over 4 hours. And then you inhale it, okay? And it will calm you down. And I have hibiscus oil, and guys, one fourth of an ounce of hibiscus oil is $25. So it's nothing cheap in here. No, this is not a $5 candle. This is a $25 candle because it has a beautiful jar. It has a beautiful top. It has real soy wax and real essential oils. They are put together and blended for a purpose. The name of the candle is Peace because it calms you down. I have a sleeping disorder. I've had it since I was a little girl. And then when I found out that Oprah Winfrey didn't sleep more than 4 hours, and Diane Sawyer only sleep 4 hours a day, I said, oh, okay, so it's people like me. I don't have sleep apnea. I just don't sleep a lot. So I'm up early. And so I use a lot of these oils to calm me down. And this is the same scent that is in here. This scent, this calming, soothing scent with the hibiscus oil is in my total body oil. Now, I didn't really plan on doing this first. I planned to answer your questions first. And I'm sorry, but you all started asking questions. But so I'm going to go back and I'm going to look and see if you all have some gardening questions, and then I'll go back. Ebony Queen said she voted. All right. What's the name of it again? Hair milk. Moisturizing hair milk. Or the two that I feature so far, or hair growth promoter. Janice, I don't know which one you wanted to know. This is the daily moisturizer. If you have a relaxer, you can use this one time after you shampoo your hair and roller set it, or blow dry it and curl it. But you can use it every day if you've got natural curly hair. And this, the hair growth promoter, depending on how much damage you have in your hair, I would recommend 2 to 3 times a week. Just to part your scalp off the old-fashioned way Mom and them did, and just oil your scalp. And this is going to go to my daughter, so I'm going to put my hand in it to let you see how light it is. You don't want anything clogging up your pores. You see that? It's very light. It's not a heavy petroleum jelly, mineral oil. It's none of that cheap stuff in there, okay? So it's very light, but it works. Another thing I want to tell you that everything comes sealed. Best Yet is in here. A couple other people. I saw somebody in here. Linda. Everything that I send you, look at that real close, is shrink wrapped. Nothing is going to spill out in those mail trucks, okay? I shrink wrap everything. I'm very good about doing that for the simple reason you lose money when a person get damaged product and you got to resend it out again. Do you know I only had to replace one order since 2005? And that's a blessing. Bought it, and both of my daughters are pleased. Woman to woman. Thank you. I didn't even know you were in here. Thank you, woman to woman. Okay, let me go back and see if I missed any questions. Okay, I went back to hemp is a protein. Okay, so I think I answered your question. Janice Hyman, if I didn't answer it, let me know. This one is hair growth promoter. And this one is the hair milk. Container crops. She said, yes, I remember. Hey, Barefoot Gardening. Can't stay long, but congrats on launching your hair care line. Thank you. We launched it August. I think this might be the second time I've talked about it. I don't even use my Monday night chats. I might mention something at the very end, but the questions started coming, and I just thought, well, once a month, I'll probably, or maybe twice a month, I'll start talking more about the products. But I'm glad that you're here. And I did get your email. I don't know if you read my comment, but if you go back and you look at my last lives, the first Monday after you asked me to put that stuff on about the greenhouse, I did it for you. Okay. Hi, Crystal's Pets and Plants. Hey, Kathy, it's so good to see you. Woman to Woman Homestead is here. Cheryl, my mom used to put that Indian hemp in my hair as a child. My hair loved it. I will be getting a couple of containers of that hair stimulator very soon. Hair growth promoter. And in Simmons, I think I answered your question 2 to 3 times a week. If you have real short hair, say like you did the big chop, you could do it every other day. Okay, so I answered that question. April says she got her hair growth promoter. She's used it twice since last week, and so far she loves it. Thank you so much. I hope. Oh, Cassie says she just purchased it. And Brazil says she's using hers and she loved the smell. Isn't it wonderful? It is the only thing that doesn't have that peaceful scent that I talked about. And I had people that kept asking me about what is that fragrance. So that's when I came up with the oil. And I just use a little almond oil because it's a carrier oil. Almond oil is not scented. And I put the measure carefully. The lemongrass, the lavender, and the hibiscus. And that hibiscus that I'm going to show you guys how to grow, a piece of it is in every jar or every vial, this 5 milliliter vial. And you just put it on your pulse. Thank you. Your pulse points. And yeah, and you would smell it all day and it'll keep you calm. Are these products for, I think she's saying locked hair? Yes, ma'am. I had shoulder length locks and cut them off. They were getting real heavy and I started having that thyroid problem and it started getting real thin at the top. So on an impulse, my sister was visiting me from out of town and I just had her to cut them off. I kind of regret it though. And I may go back to locks. Okay. Ebony Queen says she typed the question early. I'm going to go back. I hope it's in caps. I'll go back, Ebony Queen. She says she voted. I'm looking for Ebony Queen. Erica Jones, I already said we got a leave-in conditioner. What products do you use for a dry, itchy scalp? Yes, ma'am, Barb. It's the hair growth promoter. What's the name of it again? I think I already mentioned you container crops. I'm sorry, sweetie. Go ahead and put your question again in all caps because I don't see it. Now, I want to let you guys know something. I'm getting a brochure together. And I'm going to be offering, let Lady Cheryl do your Christmas shopping at home. I'm going to do a special like 5-piece candles. This candle here. And I'm going to put it in a nice box. Anybody that have received any of my products that tell you that I go beyond the call of duty to make it arrive looking nice and in good shape. And so I'm going to do 5 of these candles and you buy them and you give me the addresses of who you want to send them to. And you will get one free. Okay? So it's going to be like a gift set. Buy 5, get one free. And I'll even ship them to different addresses. And I'm going to do the same thing with the total body oil that you could put in your bathtub. Don't do this if you got a whirlpool. I was talking to my sister-in-law the other day, and she said she can't. No, that's my sister. My sister, not my sister-in-law, my sister. And she said that my brother used to have to go and fix my mother's whirlpool spa bathtub all the time because she kept using that darn Skin So Soft is what he said. That ain't what he said, but you could imagine. Because she wouldn't stop using it. But anyway, this is not Skin So Soft, but it has the same scent as the milk and the candle and the fragrance oil and the body butter. But I'm going to do a set where you get 5 of these and you can send them to different people or I can send them all to you. You just specify how you want it done and you will get one of these free. Okay? And then I want to show you guys my melts. They are soy wax. And this one is the lemongrass. I just did the same essential oils that I have, but I did them separately. And here is the lavender. If you can't sleep, throw one of these in your candle melt a couple hours before you go to bed. And then we have the peace. And my sister-in-law called me to tell me, piece of wax, that her friend who rents their apartment, the master suite in their home, she has, it's a lung disorder, guys, OP. Do anybody know what I'm trying to say? Well, you can't breathe. It's not asthma. It's OPP or OPD, something like that. Anyway, the peppermint. That's it. COPD. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Hattie. And she said after she melted I think two or three of these peppermint cubes, it was the first time she slept all night in a long time. So it's good if you got asthma, any type of upper respiratory. All the things that I'm telling you are on my website when I explicitly go down and break why I chose these oils and what they're good for. Okay? Yes, she has COPD. And that was a beautiful thing to hear that. Okay? So these come in trios, sets of threes. And right here, you can see I'm burning one. Every day I get up and I drop a few cubes in it. It keeps me calm. And I have this warmer so that if you want to put your candle and save your wick, you don't have to use this. You can just use the warmer, and it's electrical, and the light will let you know that it's on. Which I have a corded cotton wick that's double braided so that it won't flop down in the oil. And it's slow burning, meaning that it does not release a lot of carcinogenics in the air. Anything carcinogenic, you inhaling it in all the time, can give you cancer. So you can just take the cubes and put them in the warmer, or you can sit the candle directly on it. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. These are $19.99, and the cubes come in a trio for, I think it's $6.99. You get 3 of them. But I'm going to do some gift sets. Why not? I'm going to do some gift sets, and I stocked up on all of my ingredients, and so that I will be ready, and hopefully you all will patronize me and let me send your friends some of this peace, smell, and ambiance. Okay? Let's see. We got another question. Okay, I ordered, my hair is growing fine, but I want it longer. Will that help? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Synthetia, or Synthetisha. Synthesia. That's how it is. It's Synthesia. The question was about your young pomegranate tree. What do you want to know? My pomegranate tree was a stick. Not this thick, but about 12 inches. In 3 years, it grew to be a monster. The only thing I feed it is comfrey tea. It can take, if you did your research and you bought a tree for your gardening zone, don't worry about bringing it in the house, bringing it in the greenhouse. You don't have to do that. Always do your research and make sure that it can handle your temperature in your garden zone, and make sure that you have the right amount of chill hours that that particular tree needs to bloom. Okay, how long have you used the hair milk? My thyroid has my hair extremely dry, what is left of it. Oh, you're talking the best yet. Okay. I hope I answered your question about that pomegranate tree. I never bought my pomegranate tree in. I kept it in a container for 3 years, and then I put it in the ground. And once I put it in the ground, it took off. Okay, Aunt Tia knows about alopecia. Thank you, Aunt Tia. Okay, so I'm going back. Making sure I didn't miss anybody's question. Indian hemp. All right. Oh, by the way, I got an email saying they thought the website was messed up or whatever. Sometimes if PayPal is getting a lot of orders at one time, it'll be a glitch. And just go back into the website and click it again and it'll be fine. Ebony Queen, did I get your question? I know someone with locks who has been going to a new stylist for a while. They keep coming up with ringworms. Grown with ringworms. Do you have something for that besides a new style? Yeah, you just need to go to a new stylist. Because they're not sanitizing. And if they're passing along ringworms, they pass it along COVID and everything else. That's one thing my son that's a barber told me. I said, son, be careful, be careful. Mama, you don't have to tell me be careful. Because you taught me the importance of sterilization and sanitation. 10 years I was in the mall, and they would come on in with me and try to catch me with my guard down. I never got less than 100 in an inspection. Now, one time the city got me for a code violation because I didn't do my fire extinguishers update. You know, every year you have to make sure that they're still working or put new ones up. I got hit with that, but I never, ever, ever got a sanitation violation in the salon because that's something I don't play with. And I told him, I said, you know, right, you right, Andre, you right. I shouldn't have said that. Be careful, because you always be careful. Okay. Thank you, AB Foods. Sugar Bunny God YT. Thank you so much. Canned. Okay, here's a good question. After foods have been canned, how long can they last before spoiling? Balls bought out Care, so they're the same company, the manufacturer of those lids. They say now 18 months, but I've got foods that I've had canned for 3, 4, 5 years. As long as it's not molded, as long as when you lift that top off and it pops and you can hear that pressure, it's fine. Okay? But I wouldn't keep nothing canned for over 5, 6, 7 years. No. Okay. Did I miss anybody's questions? Because I'm thinking I got them all. Now, tonight, anybody that orders $50 or more, I will give you one of my hand sanitizers free. I am not putting it on the website. I'll just know if I'll say today and tomorrow through 11/3. If anybody orders anything that's $50 or more without the shipping charge, I'll send you my hand sanitizer. And yes, it smells like peace. Lemongrass, lavender, and hibiscus. And you don't have to put a lot of it on because this is made with 90% alcohol. Now it says 70 on the label, but I could not get it. So I had to end up doing 90% alcohol. Is it too late to dig up a citrus tree in zone 8A and put it in the pot? Why? You in zone 8A? No, it's not too late, but I don't understand why you need to dig it up. Because most citrus trees can take low temperatures. But if you do, make sure that you dig a big circle around where the roots are so that you won't be chopping up those roots. And you'll find that most citrus trees have a shallow root system, so you're not going to have to dig down too deep, but you're going to have to dig enough to pick up that whole root ball. Okay, and my roots come with that style. I love you. Hey, Skinny Boy Randy, I know you in here. I love candy. My roots come with that style. Okay. Hi, Cheryl. I have sweet potato slips. Can I continue to grow it inside and take it outside when it gets warm again next year? So what type of soil do I use for it? Yeah, you can do it. I've tried it. I've never had any good luck. They just go stagnant. Unless you're going to put a whole lot of lights on them, because they're going to keep growing and growing and growing. Uh, I don't want to discourage you, but I would just wait and root them again next year around February, March, for you to plant them again. But if you want to bring them in the house, you say what type of soil to use. You're going to be growing in a container, so you want to get potting mix. It has vermiculite and perlite in it. Okay. Yes, ma'am. With plants, UV light or sunlight. If you have a screen, like a sun porch or a balcony, I don't know what you have, then you have enough light, or a southern exposure window you can get that plant in. But if you don't, then you want to use grow lights. Okay. Okay. I think somebody said Sugar Bunny God. No, I don't have scalp exfoliators. I think if you shampoo your hair once a week and you give it a massage, that's the first thing. Randy, I think Randy told me he went to beauty school. He'll tell you if you use your fingers to manipulate the scalp and do a good scalp massage, you exfoliating then. So I'm not going to sell you something you don't need. Because your scalp is sluggish, and most people that have dandruff or psoriasis and stuff like that, you need to shampoo more. I was going to retype your question, but I didn't see it. Yeah, I didn't see it either. Ty Lily said she had a question earlier. Guys, put it in right now. Because I noticed when I came on, somebody else had already started another live. So we don't have as many people as we normally do, but that's good. Ain't no competition to me. Said Amazon delivered some neem oil. Citrus fertilizer and yellow sticky sheets today. Go Ty Lily. If you saw my last couple videos, you see that I started putting them up in the greenhouse. Now tomorrow's going to be 71 degrees, so I'm going to get them some outside. And I got my little sprayer, so I'll start getting those white flies. I noticed I had 3 gala apple trees, 3 gala apples on my gala apple tree. Harvest tips about the lemon tree. Lemon, limes, and most citrus can stay on the vine until you want to harvest them. Once they're ripe, they'll still stay on the vine for a month or so. So you don't have to harvest it all at one time just because you see it. I think I got about 7 lemons just sitting on the soil where I moved them, and me and Bria and everybody, we broke them. They're just still sitting out there. I'm going to go out there and harvest them. But I don't harvest all of my fruit at one time when it comes to citrus. Okay. Yeah, certified cosmetologist also. Yeah, so you know about that, Randy. I received my soursop trees. Yes, sweetie. Erica, soursops will die if they are left in temperatures 40 degrees or lower. And that, I didn't cut the lights on, but I'm going to move a little bit. That's what you see right over there. Those are my 2 soursop trees. They've been in the house for a couple of weeks. And they're going through a transition because I think they need more light. But I put 3 little lights in there. Okay? But yeah, get those in the house if you are having low temperatures. Now, if for some reason you bring them in the house and they start shedding a lot of leaves, don't freak out. They're very fickle. But once you make them comfortable in their new home, in their new environment, those leaves will grow back. I know what I'm talking about because I brought mine in, not this year, but the year before. It dropped every leaf on those 2 trees, but it came back. And right now, they're shedding leaves. But they're going to come back. Okay? Okay. I don't know anything about dragon fruit. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about it. Gardener 99. I recommend that you go to the Farmer's Almanac, or if somebody in here knows something about that. I don't know. Just a minute, guys. I'm checking out something. Give me a minute. Okay, so I went back, guys, and I couldn't find whatever you all telling me to go back and look. Okay, you guys know um, you guys know that we get from time to time, we get some haters in here. Some of them are racist. Some of them don't want, they don't want to see us progress. I call them cheese sandwiches. They're in the mother's basement ironing cheese and bread on the ironing board. So every now and we'll get those. It's enough. It's enough YouTube channels out here, guys, for everybody. And I don't know, my son and I was talking about this today, and he was saying he believes it's some people that you already know that will get a different name and come and mess with you. They always got to be bickering with somebody until they can take them out and discourage them. But I haven't been through the war, guys. Battling to survive with cancer has made me very strong. And nothing that a knuckleheaded racist or a little boy that's trying to say something pornographic is going to stop me from doing my live chats. So no matter what they throw at you, if you all have the vision of becoming a content creator, don't let nobody discourage you, okay? But some people will try to antagonize you and think you're going to give up. And this is just crazy stuff. Did I ever tell you all about how I was the first black owner? My husband and I were the first black owners in this shopping mall in Mesquite, Texas. And Ty Lily, I'm going to get your question about the fertilizer next. And they used to call and say there was a bomb in my salon, and I had a store too. And I would say stuff like, you better come in here and get your mother out of here. I would talk to them like they're crazy. And then I would just start praying or reading scriptures or whatever, and they finally left me alone. But I'm very strong. So for those of you that have seen those nasty things, the comments people make, don't worry about it. Okay, here we go, Ebony Queen. And Ty Lily had a question. What about when your what about when your uh, that's right, Stinky Puddle Ranch. But the arrow is enough. Got it. What about when your edges are burned by a perm? I was told that they were permanently burned, and will this work? Ebony, that is Ebony Queen. That is the question I get a lot. A lot of people have had chemical hair relaxers, and they were applied incorrectly, and they start off putting it around the hairline first over and over again, and they can damage the hair follicle so bad that it will keloid over it and nothing can push through. So no, to answer your question, only a surgeon can go in there and unclog those hair follicles. Dermatologist. Now, some people have their edges thinned out or snatched out because of applying lace front wigs, and it's called traction alopecia. Or you got a little girl and you give her a relaxer and you with ponytails and break all of that hair off. That can come back. But if there's damage to those follicles where it keloid over it, like, where's that? I don't know if y'all can see that. I have scar tissue right there. And if that scar tissue is healed over that, no, it won't come back. Somebody mentioned Stark Brothers. That's my favorite online nursery. Yes, Cynthia. Synthesia, you are right. Ignore the haters. Man, we got stuff to do. We don't have time for that. They are not worth the energy. Keep on pushing. All right. Rhonda Moffitt, 100. Thank you, Valerie. I'm not reminding everybody, please vote. Everybody that I personally know voted. Somebody said, that's right, not stopping for cheese sandwiches unless unless there's tomato soup. I grew up. We grew up eating grilled cheese sandwich and Campbell's tomato soup. And my mother would doctor it up and put a little extra, spices and stuff in it. Man, I grew up on that. We didn't have cafeteria. I'm telling my age. I remember when the cafeterias came in. But we had, thank you, Daniela. That's it, girl. We walked home for lunch. I grew up in Gary, Indiana, where there were blizzards and snow. These kids don't know nothing about that. My children never got on the bus until they got grown, unless they were going on a field trip. Can I continue to grow collars inside? Yes, you can. Charlene, you can, but collars can take below 0. So I wouldn't bring that in the house. That's something I never really understood, why people bring certain things in the house that they can grow outside, or why they would bring collards and cabbage and stuff like that in a greenhouse and they could take 5 below 0. So I don't know what your situation is. Maybe I don't know if you have enough room. My grandmother was the school cafeteria lady. She brought home food in a trash bag that was left over. Man, when they had the pizza and peanut butter cookies, Randy, I bet that was some good eating. But we got excited when we got peanut butter cookies and pizza. You couldn't tell us nothing. Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Charlene. Okay, guys, I think I discussed everything I want to discuss. If you order $50 tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to send you a free hand sanitizer. You don't have to email me. It's automatically going to come. The offer will expire at midnight. If you all are members, have joined or subscribed to my channel, you can join my Facebook group. Randy has a wonderful Facebook group too. Randy, please put your the name of your group. I think it's Gardening with Skinny Boy Randy. Experienced or newbie gardeners, everybody. You live in Chicago, baby. My grandma, my auntie, she passed last year right after Thanksgiving. She was 83 and she grew collards in the wintertime. And you know Gary is just a hop, skip, and a jump, 34 miles from Chicago, Charlene. So you can grow them. Love you too, Randy. Yes, join Gardening with Skinny Boy Randy and check out his YouTube channel. Brenda King says she just resigned after 24 years in the school cafeteria. Bless your heart. But you've seen it all. Beginners and experts are welcome. And Randy is getting ready to have I hope you don't mind me saying it, gardening symposium in April that he invited me to speak at. So join his channel and come to this symposium and learn about gardening. It'll be gardeners coming from everywhere. I was in another group, I think it's about a year ago, and Randy put in, if y'all would like to check out my Facebook group, I went over there and hey, Carson World, and I joined Randy's right away. There'll be a lot of good happening. He does a lot of videos. Randy's been on television, made the news. YouTube paid Randy to do like a 30-second spot where they were highlighting all these people that are using YouTube during the pandemic to help people. I'm telling you all, thank you, Brenda. You will not regret going over there and joining his channel. You look good. I had to walk to school when I should have. When should I pick my collards? Brenda, keep them collards out there. Collards can take it. They taste better once they are kissed by a frost. You don't need to pick them unless you just want something. Okay? Jenny said hi me. Yes, she loves Randy. He's very helpful. And if you feel down and you need somebody just to motivate you, oh my God, Randy will motivate you. I'm telling you, he'll let you know, don't give up. Don't give up to start grow them seeds again. Best yet, that's what I told you. You remember that? I said, just start those seeds again. I was using my Skinny Boy Randy voice. And sometimes I don't feel like getting this up and getting it up. And Randy said, don't worry about it. We trying to go food. We ain't worried about pretty. We ain't trying to have a pretty garden. I'm telling you. Or who said that? Randy did a video in my hometown a few months ago. Yeah. Erica said, thanks for sharing about the symposium. Can't wait. Yeah. So go to his group on Facebook and join. Go to his channel and subscribe. And then that's it. Best yet, and you won't miss it. He said, we growing pretty gardens. We growing productive gardens. And that's true. Did y'all see my sweet potatoes? Oh my God. Those were some productive sweet potatoes. Living Miracle Homestead, you got that plant right. Plant again. Never, ever give up. Oh, somebody asked me about dragon fruit. I think Kathy from Living Miracle Homestead is growing that. Are you growing that, Kathy? Go to her channel. I'm almost certain Kathy is growing that. Somebody said, right, I'm trying to eat. Yeah, we did those sweet potatoes, Randy. And that's my emergency garden. I'm giving all those sweet potatoes away except the mix, small little ones. Everybody that I promised sweet potatoes to called me and said they saw my video and when can they get their potatoes? I said about 2 more weeks because I'm curing that batch in the house. Yes, he have a lot of energy. Randy has a lot of energy. He'll motivate you. If he don't know the answer or something, he said, I don't know that. But hey, we're going to do the best we can. We look it up. And I do the same thing. Nobody knows everything. If I don't have the answer, and Living Miracle Homestead. Her name is Kathy. She's growing dragon fruit. Whoever that was that asked me about dragon fruit, go to her channel. Look at her list. See when she's talking about them, or just type in a question. I know Kathy will answer you back. Okay, she said true. Yeah. So yeah, when I don't feel good, I'm down or whatever. All I gotta do is play one of Randy's videos. And when I was picking him up. Y'all know my little grandson Brian. His dad is homeschooling him, and I'm homeschooling. We're not homeschooling, supervising virtual school. Teachers are teaching. But I used to pick him up from school, and then I said, "What you want to do, buddy?" I want to watch Skinny Boy Randy. He thought Randy was a celebrity, and he is. He really is. Okay, so Charlene Gilbert said she canned some chicken and pork shoulder for the first time. So happy. You will never regret it. What I did today, guys, I took a can of chicken stew, and it had like broccoli, corn, carrots, spinach, a whole lot of chicken. And I pressure canned it. And then I took some veggie pasta. You know those veggie pasta have carrot and spinach, and the green ones and orange and blah, blah, blah. And I cooked about a cup of them, a cup. And then I drained the water and rinsed it off, and I put that stew in it. You talking about good. That was some good lunch. Bria don't know it, but she going to eat it again tomorrow. So I do a lot of stuff like that where, you can eat it more than one meal. Is it too late to start cabbage, kale, and lettuce in zone 7? If you can use a hoop house with and buy this book if you want to, and you can get it used on Amazon, or you can go to the library. And it's by Elliot Coleman, 4-Season Harvest. And he's in a very cold climate. If you put that 6 mil greenhouse plastic on some PVC hoop houses, you can grow that all year long. Okay? That's what I used to do before I got my bigger greenhouse. So now I don't cover up my hoop houses, only with insect netting or shade cloth. But I don't cover them in the wintertime. And this is what I want to show you all too. Right now, I only have 2 sensors working because I didn't sync it because it's behind my pepper plants. And at one end of the greenhouse, it is 50 degrees, and the other end is 60. Okay? That was my daughter trying to call me, and it blinked out my live, but it came right back. And I sleep with this about my nightstand. So this is probably the coldest it's going to get tonight because I think it's supposed to get down to 44. So I have to turn the heat on. But if I did have to turn some heat on, all I have to do is walk into the kitchen and plug in the commercial cord. It's already running inside of my house. My son did it. And then I got another one that goes to my Gala apple tree. I will have to plug it in from the outlet outside. Mm-hmm. I'm taking somebody out. They weren't bad, but bad enough. Okay. Okay, any other questions? Put it in all caps for me. I'm coming back real soon. Let me just take this. Okay, so did I answer your question, Janice? If you can do a PVC hoop house, and all you do is go get that 10-foot PVC, and then they have this little rebar. They have them 12 inches and 6 inches, and you just hammer that down in the soil, and then the opening of that 10, I think it's a 1/2 inch diameter, 3/4 of an inch, and that PVC pipe will just bend. Then you put your plastic over it. Okay? What type of composter do you recommend? Debbie, I have one that I bought on eBay, and it's not one of those spinning fancy kind. It holds, I think, 125 gallons of soil, and it has the top, and you put your leaves and grass and your old container mix, your apple peel, whatever you're going to do. And then at the bottom, it has like, it has an opening about this wide, and it slides up so you can get the oldest compost, shovel it out from the bottom. I love it. But I ran out of compost when I had my emergency garden. But I got a whole lot of soil left over and a whole lot of leaves and vines from like Concord grapes and muscadines. I got a lot of leaves I'm going to be able to put in there. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. I think I've answered all your questions. Are there any other questions? If not, I'm going to say goodnight to you early. But I really want you all to know that if you get any spoilers, haters, jealous people, when you start doing your live, best yet, don't get discouraged. Stay strong. Know that you have an agenda to help people. And when you help people, God will bless you and reward you. This is why I used to tell my people, and Randy, you let me know if this is right or not. When you're a hairstylist, you don't chase the money. If you're in it just to make money, you're not going to be a good hairstylist. You're in it to please your clients, and then you will automatically be rewarded or compensated. So I never chase the money. Even with my products, I tell you all about it, but I'm not going to beg you to buy them. Okay? Because I know where my help comes from. It comes from the Lord. He would touch your heart and say, oh, well, she sounds like she knows what she's talking about. And she's been selling this stuff and making them up for a long time. Let me try it. And the Holy Spirit would touch you. But it's really my help comes from the Lord. So don't be discouraged. Hang in there with your gardens. Hang in there with your YouTube channel. And when you see little stuff that's going on that you can tell that something's not right, ignore it and just stay strong. Okay? Do me a favor. Call everybody you know and ask them did they vote. All right, everybody. Hang in there. You know that God loves you and I love you too. Good night, everybody. I'm making sure that I answer everybody's question. Good night. I don't see another one. Bye now.